Liverpool's long-term planning is already in motion, and this latest update from Sky Sports could be one of the biggest clues yet about life after Mohamed Salah. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. According to highly reliable Sky Sports Germany journalist Florian Plettenberg, the Reds have now identified 19-year-old sensation Yan Diomande as their number one target to eventually step into Salah's role. That alone is a massive statement, but the situation is already heating up across Europe. Diomande, currently developing at RB Leipzig, is attracting serious attention behind the scenes. Leipzig are moving quickly to protect their prized asset, with talks scheduled between the club and the player's new representatives in the coming days. The objective is clear: secure his future and keep him at the club through the 2026-27 season. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Leipzig are fully aware of the growing interest from Europe's elite, and they're already setting their stance. If Liverpool, or even Paris Saint-Germain, make a formal approach, the Bundesliga side will demand a fee north of 100 million euros. That price tag underlines just how highly Diomande is rated internally. From Liverpool's perspective, this signals a major strategic shift. With Salah still delivering at the highest level, the club appears to be planning well in advance, identifying a young high-ceiling attacker capable of becoming the next global star at Anfield rather than scrambling for a replacement later. For Diomande, the situation puts him at the center of a potential transfer battle between two European heavyweights. Leipzig want to build around him, Liverpool see him as the future, PSG are lurking with financial power. The green light isn't a completed deal, but it's a clear indication of intent. Liverpool have made their move internally by identifying their top target. Now it's about whether they're willing to meet Leipzig's massive valuation and whether Diomande himself is ready to take that next step. This is one to watch closely, because if things accelerate, it could quickly turn into one of the defining transfer stories of the next window. In this section of the video, we will go over our 5 biggest takeaways from our 2-1 Derby Day win over the weekend. Out of nowhere, the Merseyside derby produced a moment for Liverpool to savour, and one that could fire them on for the rest of the season as they beat Everton 2-1. Number 1. A derby moment to savour. If Liverpool fans could have chosen a series of events pre-match as to how they wanted this game to go, this type of victory would have been a common choice. When Virgil van Dijk rose above the Everton defence to head home Dominic Szoboszlai's corner, it sparked one of those derby moments of extreme contrasting emotions. For the victors, elation and the celebrations went on long after the final whistle in the corner of the ground where the Liverpool fans were situated. It provides a great positive in a fairly negative season, and a moment that could spur the team on to secure Champions League qualification. Aside from all the derby delight, which will be felt for some time, this was a vital 3 points and puts Liverpool 7 points ahead of 6th place Chelsea and 3 wins away from the Champions League. Number 2. Can this inspire ineffective big signings? At this stage of the season, Liverpool might be expecting more from those players on whom they spent so much money in the summer. Florian Wirtz has not been bad this season. Indeed, he has even shown flashes of brilliance at times, but here he seemed lost in the derby atmosphere. Isak was subbed off in the 72nd minute, having had little impact on the game despite getting a significant run-out. Though the disappointing season has not been solely down to these players, it was no surprise that the big moments in this game came from old regulars. Spending big money doesn't automatically guarantee a certain level of performance and achievement. Other things need to go with it, and there needs to be a plan to get the best out of these big signings. Liverpool haven't had that this season, and the structure around these players has never been good enough for them or their teammates to perform to a high level, on top of some disappointing individual performances scattered throughout. This kind of experience, witnessing a Merseyside derby win in this manner, will only be good for building for the future. Number 3. Gakpo and Salah combine for big moment. It's not controversial to say that Liverpool's wide forwards, on which they have relied so heavily in recent years for goals, have not been at their best this season. Everything is connected, but the inability to get them involved in the right areas of the pitch and the lack of quality on the occasions they are in those areas has contributed to Liverpool's overall struggles this season. Cody Gakpo has found himself stuck between knowing if he is a winger or an inside forward, and Mohamed Salah's output has dropped dramatically. The decline is due to tactical issues as well as individual performances, but both can still be dangerous in moments, and each produced one after the other for the goal. Gakpo played a brilliant pass through the defense from his position on the left, and Salah scored with a run and finish to remind us of his quality. It was a reminder that these are not bad players. Gakpo's overall game has declined, making it easy to forget how much better he was a couple of seasons back, and Salah's record last year speaks for itself. The two combined at an important moment when Everton were gaining momentum and looked like they, rather than Liverpool, might record a memorable derby victory. In the end, this moment gave the Reds the platform they needed to produce an even better moment in the dying seconds of the game. Number 4, another goalkeeper problem. Losing Alisson for much of the run-in was already a blow. But the club have become used to the Brazilian being absent for extended periods and have always had a solid number 2 as a result. Jurgen Mamardashvili has come in and done a good job. He's not as good as Alisson, but who is? He made an excellent save from a Beto header at the start of the derby and is a big presence in goal for Liverpool. A collision with Beto in the second half as the striker scored Everton's equaliser saw the big Georgian stretch it off. It was a full studs to knee impact which could keep him out for a while. There's now the possibility that Liverpool will have to rely on their third choice keeper, seemingly Freddie Woodman, rather than Armin Pexi for a high profile run of games. Potentially another element of disruption, worry, and uncertainty. But again, one where those involved might benefit from being on the field for a win such as this. Number 5. A new stadium and a new derby dynamic. A total of 52,585 fans were in attendance for this first Merseyside derby at Bramley Moor Dock. The stadium erupted throughout, with flashpoints like Szoboszlai's coming together with Iliman and Di ramping up the atmosphere. Bramley Moor retained some of the tightly packed feel that Goodison Park had, but with the capacity for more fans. When it's loud, it can be very loud, and was so at times during this derby, as expected, surpassing the atmosphere at previous games held at the stadium. The best way for Liverpool to counter that in this and any future games here is to score early, and they did so with around half an hour gone. In the end, the main memory from this significant first derby at the Hill Dickinson Stadium belongs to Liverpool fans. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.